Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Whenever we see a major update go live in Warzone and MW3, one that usually is associated with a title update that everyone has to download, we obviously get plenty of updates on that given day, whether it's a new content update or a mid-season update, a seasonal launch, whatever the case may be. But alongside those major title updates, we also see plenty of game files updated and the back end of the game updated to include various new game codes and strings for different things across the board. It could be weapons, it could be operators, modes, all sorts of stuff like that, and that stuff ends up getting data mined and leaked out, and that's exactly what we saw with the major Season 2 Reloaded update. And these new leaks that we have for some gameplay updates and for upcoming content are pretty significant, and some are pretty surprising. So we've got a lot to break down today. As we get into it all, if you enjoy the video, do me a favor, drop a like on it. It's always really appreciated. Really much love to everyone who does take the time to do so. And if you are new to the channel or you simply have not subscribed yet, let's change that, because every single day I got you covered with news, updates, patch notes, meta breakdowns, really everything going on in COD is right here. So feel free to hit that sub button and turn on those post notifications. Now, of course, because we are talking about leaks and data mined details today, I do just want to preface everything by saying leaks are not guaranteed confirmations. While game file data mined leaks are usually pretty good indications of what could be coming, oftentimes we see the game files updated at a later date to remove things or change things. So these can be updated, scrapped, changed in any way, shape, or form. It's not official until Call of Duty or one of the studios says something. So just take everything that we have here today with a grain of salt per usual. And all this information is stemming from COD Warfare Forum and Bob Network over on Twitter, two data miners in the community that are oftentimes posting a lot of stuff like this when big updates go out. But the first thing that was found in the game files post Season 2 Reloaded is a pretty significant one. We've heard various different leaks and rumors over the past couple of weeks and updates that, according to the game files, Rebirth should be coming in Season 3, which is a lot earlier than most of us expected, but obviously welcomed because everyone's excited to have Rebirth Island back as a resurgence map. And with the Season 2 Reloaded update, there were even more strings added to the game files referencing Rebirth Island dropping in Season 3, including the actual loading images for it, or the loading screens for it. Unfortunately, I can't show any images of any leaks on the screen here today, otherwise the video would get taken down, and we don't want that, obviously. But the loading screen is out there. It's on Twitter. I think Charlie Intel's posted it. It's the same old Rebirth we know and love, and that just confirms that once again, we're only a couple of weeks away potentially from returning to one of the best Warzone maps of all time. So very, very exciting stuff there. Alongside that, we actually had a time frame leaked for the return of the specialist bonus that is supposedly going to be a mid-season update for Season 3. So about a month after Season 3 launches, we should see that drop, and specialist bonus will return. Obviously, it was a fan favorite feature back in Warzone 1, landing at Nakatomi Tower, looting up, getting specialist, and then just frying the whole lobby. Ton of fun, and it's going to be crazy in this game with all the perks that we have, like Shrouded, Flex, having double time, EOD, everything that we have throughout our 4 perk tiers combined into one. You're going to just straight up be a super soldier. It's going to be a crazy bonus and upgrade to have there. We also have a handful of new gear that's leaked, and presumably this is going to be for Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer, although it's quite possible we do see variants of it added to Warzone through potentially new upgrades in game, or maybe even new perks further on down the line. We don't get full-on details for some of these, but some of the names are self-explanatory. The first one we have here is Dauntless Boots. Unfortunately, though, we just have the name leaked for these. We don't get the exact details of what these would do, but it'd be another option in the boots category for gear that you could throw on and mess around with there. This one's a bit more obvious. Ninja gloves. Obviously, we've got other ninja options already available for various different perks, so this would just be another option to suppress your character in general in case you didn't want to run the other ones. You can mix and match things nicely there. Then there's also a full compression plate carrier vest that's going to be coming as well. And then this one I'm particularly interested in, the pistol vest. And I think this is one that could absolutely make its way into Warzone as well, as something that just guarantees you always have a pistol. It'd almost be like you wouldn't be able to get 3 weapons on your character. Now, of course, if you go into the water, you'd be able to have the default pistol that everyone gets, and then your primary and your secondary, but the second you get out of the water, you lose that pistol. Maybe with the pistol vest, you get your guaranteed primary and secondary, but then you also have a pistol that you could swap to at any point as well. That could be really, really cool, especially if you're able to customize things there and basically have 3 custom guns at once. Could opt for some interesting gameplay if that does end up coming to fruition, and it's as self-explanatory as the name would make it out to be. Of course, I could be wrong with my interpretation of that, but I mean, it's called the pistol vest. I'd have to guess that it grants you access to an additional pistol. Let me know your ideas and your theories on what that could be, though, down in the comments below. We also have a new weapon update that's been leaked, and this is one that I've also got my eyes on. The ARX 160 assault rifle. It's been leaked for some time, and we've talked about this in previous videos, but apparently it is going to be renamed to the SOA Constrictor, meaning it'd be a part of the SOA weapon platform. Obviously, we just got the SOA Subverter as well, so we'd see some shared attachments between these, and that means we could have some interesting setups because of that as well, and potentially some crossover with Aftermarket Parts if we see some of those added to these weapons where applicable. Now, moving on, we also got a new leak for what is apparently going to be an upcoming mode for Warzone, and I have to imagine it takes place on April 1st. Something that we see pretty much every single year now within Call of Duty is on April Fool's Day, they go through and do a one-day specific playlist update where they make the MP playlist all sorts of funny names, and they change up the Warzone gameplay. We've had, you know, low gravity gameplay in Warzone, or explosives shoot you up into the sky gameplay within Warzone. And one of the new modes that was found in the files is Totally Advanced Resurgence. Now, in the past, we've had, I think it was Totally Awesome Resurgence or something like that, where it was the low gravity stuff or whatever. So this would presumably be another one of these gimmicky, goofy Resurgence LTMs that would be live on April 1st, and we'll probably see some official details on that drop at some point here in the coming weeks, so just stay tuned for those details, and when that update goes out, you guys know I'll cover that and have all the notes and changes that are associated with that when it's live. We also got a handful of new operator leaks with the Season 2 Reloaded update. Some are adding in some files for some that we've already talked about. Others are new. Like, for instance, there's apparently going to be a brand new Snoop Dogg operator. Now, you might recall, we've had Snoop Dogg several times in Call of Duty before. He was a voice pack back in Ghosts, I believe. Apparently, he was an operator in COD Mobile. He was obviously a part of Vanguard, and then he time traveled and was also a different operator in Modern Warfare 2 last year. And according to the files, at least as of right now, they're going to be reselling him as another new operator. So if you bought Snoop Dogg last year in MW2, you'd have to buy this new Snoop Dogg again, and it'd be 2 different operators, but they're both Snoop Dogg. So this is like their 4th or 5th time now selling Snoop Dogg in game. That just screams scam to me with the store bundles. I mean, they're already overpriced for the content they add into the game. Adding in Snoop again as an operator and selling him again, and not just adding it as a skin for the old one, kind of insane in my opinion, but they want their money, so they're gonna do that. They also have Cheech and Chong both coming as operators. We've talked about this as a leak before, and it makes sense because Season 3 is going to encompass 420, obviously, and we all know what that's about, and they always do something gimmicky and something goofy for that day, and they add in all sorts of bundles and stuff themed around that. So Snoop and Cheech and Chong are all going to be operators, and then I believe it's for the Reloaded update, we're going to see Devin Booker as an operator as well from the Phoenix Suns. Like I said before, cool guy, cool shoes. Probably don't want to run the skin in any elimination modes just because you might underperform there, you know. Had to throw it out there. But yeah, we're going to have a handful of just IRL crossovers for operators, it seems like, within Season 3. We'll have to see if there's any in-game based ones, but as of now, it's all different crossovers and sort of collabs going on there. And then lastly, one leak that I'm really, really interested in because it's something that I was very curious if they were going to do. Aftermarket parts for old MW2 weapons, and in the files, one in particular stood out. There is apparently going to be a new aftermarket part for the Lockwood MK2 from Modern Warfare 2, and it's going to turn it into the Model 1887s from Modern Warfare 2, just 2009. One of the most iconic shotguns in history, one of the most iconic weapons in COD history. The Akimbo Model 1887s were chaos back in the day, and they might be returning here, but for the Lockwood MK2. So very interesting that they're choosing to actually go with aftermarket parts for non-MW3 weapons. Opens up the door for quite a few possibilities there. So some very interesting content leaks, some surprises with some of the operators and some of the modes, and definitely some of the aftermarket parts that could be coming. But that's gonna wrap things up. If you enjoyed the video, do me a favor, drop a like on it. And if you're new to the channel, you want to guarantee you're always up to date with all things going on in COD, be sure to hit that subscribe button on your way out. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.